It's very simple. It's very perfect. It's very comfortable, very convenient, because nothing else can happen within that. Once you are aligned with your source, once you are aligned with your source, then everything is normal. It's very, very simple to understand. Your source gives you everything that is required. It's a very perfect way of maintaining yourself. You don't have to create any condition other than the condition which has created us. No particular decision to be taken, no judgment required. Everything is working perfectly. Very perfectly. And always. Because you are feeling yourself from inside. The inner self. When you are focusing on the outer self, that is a distorted self. It is always giving us dreams because we cannot manage ourselves perfectly in the given space. That's why you are having ideas, ambition, goals, separation, violation, violence, all this simply because one cannot maintain the oneness continuously. It's very simple. One aligning with the source. It's very powerful position. Without disturbing anything else around. If you disturb anything else, it will resonate back into you. Never disturb anything. To live comfortably, one shouldn't disturb anything around. If you disturb, it will resonate back and you won't be able to manage. Because time is very strong. Time is a powerful dimension. One should remain stable with one's own clarity. Don't disturb the time. You disturb time, it will disturb you back. Change is time. So don't make changes. The necessary changes that which is happening to make you possible is the only thing that one can stay connected with. If you try to make changes other than the changes that is happening, one can never remain stable. The change that which is making us possible, that's where we can associate together. Feel the change from inside, not from outside. So expansion and contraction here comes very important. The proper alignment with the source. To reach into that alignment, one should focus into the expansion and contraction. Eventually you will hit your source. Doubts, questions are to realign oneself, bringing back into that position. Only few questions are required. The right questions will realign you. That self-realization. This is how I am. Your responsibility is to remain stable with that. Once you are aligned back in your position, the realized state, you become cool, calm, no struggle, no fight, nothing lacking. Everything is working perfectly, continuously. Subconscious mind is one big reason. Subconscious mind is one big reason that one cannot be. Subconscious mind is nothing but wrong parenting, wrong upbringing by the society, blinding the realization, trying to achieve rather than realizing. We don't have to achieve anything. We simply have to realize how things are happening. No competition. In life, there is no competition. Simply realization is only required to maintain life wonderfully. Competition is the manifestation of failure. Success because of failure. Result is a vicious circle. You are again fighting. Fight because of fear. Realization. The blueprint of one's own existence. Realization gives us a clear vision of how things are happening always. No starting point, neither finishing point. Simply stay connected with expansion, contraction, gradually stability from inside, and subconscious mind will be dissolved very slowly, and realization, duality will be dissolved realization will be exposed, comfort and convenience will be yourself. We cannot fix it. We can only feel it. We don't have to fix. We can only feel the field. How things are happening. We cannot command. We cannot convince anyone. Because the happening itself is happening on its own. So no one can dictate, no one can command, no one can divert the happening from happening. Happening, keep on happening. So it is very simple. As you tune yourself with the happening, everything is always in order. Everything is always in order. Nothing can ever go wrong in this world of creation. Everything is stable, wonderful, perfect, like a flower, blooming, purpose served perfectly. Feel the field, how the formation is informing us. The formation is informing us. So your inspiration should be from within. Because inside is where the perfect happening can be felt. Inside. From inner self, you will have your clarity. Once you realize how things are happening, once is sufficient to maintain rapport with life always. Outside is not possible to maintain life. All the teachings, everything that you have mastered is to associate with things around only. But with life, only you can sustain in that given space. Life gives us perfect clarity. Life's rhythm cannot be distorted. By anyone or anything. Millions of years ago or to come will not make any difference. Life is making it always possible. The more you can give attention to the inner self, the better you can feel. Inner self is the real self. Yes, speak. Anytime you can unmute your mic and speak. You don't have to hesitate.
What are you having for to drink?
Drink, we start with water, plain water.
Yeah.
We have to feel the water that we are drinking. We should know the water can never be contaminated. Water remains as water. No one has adulterated. No one can adulterate the water. Water is very important. As you feel the water, you can look at the water, you can taste the water, then you can drink the water. And water turns into your body very easily. So water is very important. Water is still remaining perfectly purely. You can touch it, feel it. You can dip yourself in the water. How your body is changing when you taste the water. Water is a very important aspect of one's life. Water holds a lot of intelligence, memory. Water is playing an important role in our life, much more than anyone can. Much more than anyone can. Water is a world of wonderful realization. Just feel the water before drinking. If you can dip in yourself in the water, well, water will work miracle. Because no one can contaminate the water. As you can feel the water, the sense of water within yourself, then you can sense the air around you and inside you. Air is a more sophisticated dimension. It's a much richer, which gives you elaborate connection into the world of space. The sequence should be perfectly maintained from food, water, air, sound, light. When you are able, only will have ability. Your ability is to remain stability. Your ability is always to remain stable. Never use your ability to gain anything. Remain stable. That should be your responsibility. Once you can remain stable, then you will understand your responsibilities are simple, because the power of the source is the only thing which will give us capacity to remain as what we are. No compromise, no negotiation, no decisions, because everything is working perfectly from the source itself. No argument, no belief, no assumption, no greed, no lust. Everything is working perfectly. The realization itself will give us everything required. Water is a world of mystery. Water teaches. Water can teach us. If you need a teacher, make water your teacher. Food, be your teacher. If you want a guru, let food be your guru, let water be your guru, or air be your guru, or space be your guru. It can definitely teach you something valuable. If you want a master, well, consider food, water, air, sound, space, light, be your master. How well you can associate with these will give you the capacity of stability. Without confusion, without a trace of doubt, no fight, no stress, no greed, lust, nothing. So associate with these wonderful instruments of life, wonderful mysteries of life. These are uniting together and making us possible. These are the mysteries of life. You can never be anything other than what you are supposed to be. The creation has the decisive power. Only the Creator has the decisive power. So be with the movement. The movement is the Creator. Where can you feel the Creator? When you can continuously connect with the movements, you are connected with the Creator. Creator and creation is not separate. So you don't have to believe. While the creation and the Creator is together, working as one, no belief, realization is simple. Water is making it possible. There you can experience the heaven and earth. Very valuable. Understanding the heaven and earth. Earth is the attraction, the gravity which is pulling us. But heaven is making everything perfectly realized. Earth is not making us realize perfectly. Where the happening is, connected with the space, that is the heaven. Understanding the glory of being is the most simplest thing. The divine, void of contamination. The divinity is happening. We cannot create the divinity. Divinity has created us. So water, why we drink water? Because water is an important part of our body. So in the morning, the first thing is water. What we take, breathe. The expansion, contraction is always. You cannot say there is a first for breathe, because it is always there. Even while we are sleeping, expansion, contraction is there. So the connection with the breath is always there. That realization cannot be stopped or started. So what we start, take the responsibility of what we do. Hence water became very important. The taste of water. One should feel the taste. Water, it should linger in your memory. The water taste. One should have the water taste in your body, not only in your tongue. The whole body should recognize the water taste. If you cannot realize the water taste, because water is an important component making yourself. So water's taste should be there in the whole body. Then only you can associate perfectly with water always. Water holds immense memory, pure memory, live memory, because we are always replacing water continuously. So water is a world of mystery. It can erase suffering problems very easily, simply being connected with the water world. Simply connect yourself with the world of water, not with anyone, with water. Water will give you a wonderful awareness. Only water. Connect perfectly with water. You will wonder how life is changing. The ingredients of making oneself should always be within your awareness. No one can work like this. Water, food, air, sound, light. These are the components making us possible. When we tune with these perfectly, the attraction of the earth can be perfectly realized. The gravity can be felt perfectly working. The geography of earth is defined differently in different places. See, when you are walking around, the gravity is changing in different places. You have to be very careful. The gravity is changing in different places. So one should perfectly have the realization. The gravity is always there, but there are changes in the gravity. So depending on the gravity, requires some clarity within yourself. Otherwise, you can never have perfect orientation. The perfectness of oneself is very important. That's the key factor. The key factor is realized person, continuously realizing. That's the key factor. That is the secret of sustainability. Simply staying connected with the oneness. That's the secret of maintaining rapport with the creation. Oneness. Not with your dream, not with your ambition, nothing else. Simply by remaining stable with your realization. Very slowly, you cannot hurry. No one can hurry. Very slowly, very slowly. You definitely will meet people. The right people will come into your presence quite naturally. Then your nature is to observe your reality. Then you will meet right people, right things will open in your awareness, and necessary things only will continuously happen. No conflict. It's all because you are working for your own self and letting yourself realize how things are happening on its own. The simple mode of living is surrendering to whatever is making us possible. The simple mode of living is surrendering to whatever is making us possible. There the realization is very simple, because the massive scale of happening can never be distorted. No one can fight against it. It's a very powerful dimension. Whatever we feel as very simple is a very powerful dimension of creation. No one can disturb. Nothing can ever go wrong. Nothing can ever go wrong. The immensity of the universe can never be fathomed. We never realize to mind. No, never. It's beyond our capacity. And it's very powerful. We will be siphoned and evaporated. So that is the power of this universe. So be very careful. You cannot meddle with it. You have to be very careful. Surrender. The space, what we feel as the zero space, is very, very powerful. It can simply dissolve you in no time. Yes, such is the power of that zero source. You can definitely manipulate others and you think that you are better, but you are only mimicking your dream for failure only eventually. Others' weakness is what you think as your strength. Others' weakness is only thing that we feel as strength. That is not going to sustain continuity. You talk with water, listen with water, make perfect communication with water. You are having sufficient water within your body, then you can realize the movements that's happening inside your body.